Hi team FULLEST, this is again Amy FULLEST. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to my canal. So today I'm here again with another hair tips video, another Prekese video. So today I'm going to make another Prekese water as a leave-in conditioner. The reason why I always make Prekese water, aloe vera or rice water, it's because I use that as a leave-in conditioner. I don't buy a leave-in conditioner from the store. I try to make my own, and honestly speaking, experimenting with this stuff on my kids' hair and on my own hair as well, I've seen a really great result, mostly on the kids' hair, because that is where I am more consistent with the product that I use. On my own hair, I also use the product on my own hair, but I'm not really like consistent with it on my own hair like the way I'm consistent with it on the kids' hair. I just have to be honest, because I always cut my hair and I grow my hair and I cut my hair, so I don't really focus a lot on my own hair, but I really focus on my kids' hair, my daughters. So, and I have been seeing a really great result using this stuff and also using the product that is in my kitchen. As you guys know, I always make the Prekese oil and the Prekese water as a hairspray. So this is the oil that I make on my last video. I still have it. I still the oil is still soaking with the Prekese. I still don't have use for this one right now, but what I like to do is I like to make my oil and then allow it to sit down. Sometimes it sits down for months, weeks, as long as I let it sit down till I finish the one I'm having. So this is the Prekese oil that I had made actually. So I still have a lot of this one, so till this one is finished, before ever I'll come and drain this one. So while I'm draining this one, I'll make a new oil and it will sit down for a long time, maybe months. And also this is my Prekese spray bottle. So this is a spray bottle that I have. Let me push everything so you guys can see. This is a spray bottle that I have, and I put my Prekese water in here. I use this as a leave-in conditioner for my kids' hair. I do this every other day, so that especially now we're in the winter season, the hair is a little bit dry and cold, so I use this on the hair with the oil to help with the moisture. So you can find Prekese in two different ways. You can actually find Prekese like this one, or you can find the one that is already ground. If you have a really good blender, you could probably cut this into pieces and grind it yourself, but I will not advise you to do that, because this is quite a very strong herbs. It's a very strong one, so it's very hard to blend. So I normally prefer to buy the blend one, and I also buy this one at the same time. So whenever I want to make my oil, I use the grind Prekese with any oil of your choice. You can use olive oil, avocado oil, different type of oil you can use, but I use olive oil making this. I use sometimes olive oil, sometimes I use sesame seed oil. So I have different type of oil that I use. So yeah, this is the Prekese. This is the one is ready to use. This one is still going to soak for till this one is finished. So once in a while, what I do is I just give it a good shake. Make sure you hold it, give it a good shake, so that the Prekese and the oil can actually mix together. So this is something I do every time. So I put it right in the kitchen where I can see. When I make all of my oil, I put this in the kitchen. So I'm always in the kitchen making food, doing stuff, so I always see the stuff. So I just take it and I just give it a good shake like this one. And I do this one once in a week, sometimes 3 times a week. It all depends on if my mind goes there. So now I have this soaking, and this one is ready to use. This is the Prekese water that I'm using right now at the moment on the kids' hair. So now I'm about to make new Prekese water. This is the Prekese. I've already cut my Prekese into pieces, because so that it can fit into the container. I have my water boiling. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the Prekese into this container, and then I'm going to add my water, allow this one to soak for at least a week, and then I will go ahead and pour the water into this container and then start using it. So whilst I'm using this one, I will make another new water, or sometimes I will make rice water. I try to balance it. I don't always use Prekese water. Sometimes I use rice water, and sometimes I use aloe vera juice with rice water. Aloe vera juice with rice water. I make my own DIY aloe vera. I have aloe vera plants at home, so I extract the gel and then I blend it with rice water and I drain it. I use that as a leave-in conditioner as well. And sometimes I will just use ordinary water, not the water from the tap that is running in the house. I will buy bottled water, and then I will put it into this container, and then add few drop of oils, and then I will use that as a living conditioner as well. So sometimes I do mix it. I don't always use the same product, because every product has different ingredients, different health benefits for your hair. So I try to balance it so at least I can have all the benefits that I needed. So now that the water is boiling, I am going to put this into this container, and then we'll pour the water on top. So I feel like this is enough. This is just extra. I'll use this one for another round. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to take my hot water. As you guys can see, the water is pretty hot. I'm just going to pour all the water into this Prekese. See, as you guys can see, when you put the water, you can see that the color is already start changing. It's having different color. So I will use this one for another time. As you guys can see, the color is already the water. Make sure you have a very good glass, because there are some glass bottle that can't stand hot water, so make sure you have a very good one. So this one is like this. So I make sure I sanitize my bottle, and then you can leave it so that it's cooled down a little bit. I just like to put the container on top so that nothing enter. So now I'm just going to allow it to cool, and then when it's cooled a little bit, I will close the container, and then I'm going to put it in the kitchen, allow it to cool, allow it to soak for at least a week. Allow it to soak for a week, and then after a week I will drain the water. I put some of them in here, and some of them I'll put it into my big spray bottle container. I'll put it in there, and then I'll start using that for the kids' hair. If you guys see if you guys follow me on Instagram, I do post pictures there sometimes for my story time of my daughter's hair. I really don't buy a lot of products actually right now on the market, because sometimes there's so many products on the market when it comes to hair growth, healthy hair, and all of these things. And sometimes it's so confusing. When you go to the store, you see so many, you want to buy so many. And if you guys have been following me for a very, very long time, you guys know that I used to be a product junkie. I used to buy every product that any of my favorite YouTuber, natural hair YouTuber says is good. I used to buy it, and it got to a point where I feel like they're not really working for me. I was just buying stuff because this one says it's healthy hair grow, it's help, and I just cut all of those. And the only thing I buy now is oil. I buy olive oil, castor oil, just natural oils, and then I use the stuff that I have at home to make my own ingredients. Like I use my black pepper oil, black pepper, which I make that as an oil. I have different things that I just normal spices that I use to cook. I use those to make oils, and so far so good. I've seen a really great result with all of those things that I use. And my kids' hair are really beautiful and healthy. The reason why I don't really come online or come all the time to show you guys the process of me making my kids' hair is because my daughter, they really don't like you touching their hair. It's a struggle. If you're a mother, you understand it's a struggle for me to do their hair. I don't actually sometimes, I don't feel comfortable when maybe I put the camera on, I want to do their hair and they are crying on the camera, because most people will translate that into a different thing. Whereas for me, it's a normal thing, because as soon as I'm done with the hair, you will see the kids will be bluffing. They'll be like, oh, Kaik, look at my hair, it's so beautiful. But in the process of making the hair, it's very tough. They don't like it, they cry. So sometimes when you post, sometimes when you post video like that, the kids crying whilst you are making the hair, some people translate it very different. This generation we are living in, people translate things very, very different. That's the reason why I don't really bring my kids here to show you how I do their hair. I just show pictures of results. Once in a while, I show you guys pictures of how the journey is going. And also when I wash my daughter's hair, my daughters, they have this thing, is that when you wash their hair, they don't want water to touch their face. I don't know. It's a struggle washing their hair. Sometimes I have to wash their hair in the kitchen, allow them to lie down here and just put the head inside this sink so I can wash their hair. So it's a struggle sometimes with the kids. And so how do you want to wash your hair and you don't want water to touch your face? Is it possible? How do you want to take shower but you don't want water to touch your face? But I mentioned that in one of my last videos, and a lot of you said the same thing. You also have that same issue with your kids, and it's a struggle. So this is the reason why I don't really bring my kids all the time showing you guys how I do things with their hair. But once in a while I do come and show pictures and show videos of the progress and the things I'm using and how it is working for me. So guys, this is it. So now it's cooled down a little bit. As you guys can see, the water is changing. The water has already started changing. It's cooled down a little bit. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to allow this to cool, and then after a week I will drain the water and then start using this on the kids' hair. So as you guys can see, let me just put the camera down a little bit so you all can see how the water has changed, how the colors has changed. As you guys can see, the water has gone from white, it's changing now to brown. When you leave this to soak down for a week, the color will get even more darker, and this is a very, very nice product. It's a very, very nice natural way to grow your hair. It helps strengthen your hair. It really helps strengthen your hair, and it also helps prevent your hair from shedding, hair fall. It's a really, really good herbs. You can read so much about this on the internet. It's a very, very good herb. So yeah, I just want to come and share with you guys this. If you have any questions, let me know in the comment box. And thank you guys so much for your love and support. TeamFullest, thank you guys so much for your love and support. I really, really appreciate it. And I'll see you all on my next video. Peace out. Bye. Vergeet niet abonneren. En vergeet mij niet te volgen op mijn Instagram, op mijn Facebook pagina. Hoop ik jullie zo snel mogelijk te zien. Heel erg bedankt voor je liefde en ondersteuning. Ik waardeer het echt. Doeg. Bye.